Monday, the 27th of November 2023. Today in Siem Reap, and for the next 2 or 3 days, it is a public holiday. It's a national kind of day related to the water festival. This is not Songkran, the water splashing festival. It's the water festival. It's a little bit like Dragon Boat, where lots of people would be rowing boats along the river, having lots of fun. There would be live bands, there would be music, there would be lots of food vendors, there would be some pop concerts happening, all free of charge, and it's where the Cambodian or the Khmer people can relax and breathe and forget about all the hustles and the bustles of the world. It's a really enjoyable time. Now, my girlfriend, my beautiful partner Sophie, hopefully will be taking the camera down to the waterside, and you've seen that on many of my other videos, and seeing what kind of action happens. Obviously related to copyright, we can't have the music blaring out because then I'm going to get copyright strikes on my channel, one thing I don't want to happen. So there will be some edits related to that. And what's happening with my life? My mum yesterday had her funeral, rest in peace, and lots of my family did come to her area where she lived for the last 20 odd years in Wales, in a place called Groesmont. And it was a very magical experience. Unfortunately, I really couldn't be there, but they did do a Zoom video, which I did see, and I did laugh and I did cry. My Auntie Mary gave a wonderful speech of some things that my mum did when she was little. So what is in store for the future? Well, I believe that my mum would just like us to carry on with our lives, enjoying, laughing, being happy, and one day for all my 3 sisters and I retiring and enjoying life as much as she did. So that happened yesterday, and what does she want? Just for us to just keep going to the new normal, so to speak. I don't really have much to say in this video. What you see in the background are some fireworks from way back in 2019 with the water festival. And again, Sophie will take her bike or my bike down to the area. It's going to be really busy and really crowded. People from the capital, all around Cambodia, all around Asia actually will come to this festival to enjoy some of the nightlife that happens and some of the boat races that will happen as well. What's happening else with my channel? I'm sort of like tending for more of the direction of less of China, and because there's so many people who do it, and there's so much information, and there's so much propaganda, I really don't want to get into it at all. And I want to concentrate more on here, Thailand, and some other things that happen in my life. I don't know if you agree or you disagree with that, but it feels like sometimes I get quite a few hits related to Cambodia, not as a visitor, but someone who lives here, when Sophie and I go out and about with ourselves. One idea, I would like to do some of the 5-star hotels, what it's like inside these. But these hotels can be a little bit snobbish with a YouTuber and say, we don't need you. But hey, these are all potential customers for people who may want to come here and they want the 5-star lifestyle and paying $200 a night. There's 2 main ones. There's a Marriott Courtyard and there's also the Hyatt. The Hyatt is in this city centre. The Courtyard, I really don't know the price. So things like that, which are happening here. Things in China, well, nothing really exciting is going to happen, to be really honest with you, with the Three Gorges Dam until May, and I don't think we'll ever possibly see a live stream again. We will get information from the Three Gorges Corporation or management. We will get some rumours and some BS related to the Three Gorges Dam has collapsed again, and once in a blue moon I will be doing that, but not every single day. In 2020 there were some serious concerns, but hey, it's still standing. And for sure some people from India or Vietnam who will just make up these fake stories and get 1 million views, which I find a bit unfair when the truth always prevails, and the people who make these porky pies, well, really have no respect. And again, I'm quite surprised with what happens. Nothing to do with politics in China, more like what life is like in Southeast Asia, whether to retire, whether some people may think about working here as a teacher. Maybe you're like 26 or 27, you got a teaching qualification, or you got a bachelor in something, then you possibly can come here and working for a year or two, and maybe like me, staying for life, which is really enjoyable. There will be tough times with that, and there will be times when you have no money, and there will be times that you will seriously consider going back to the UK or the United States of America. And that's my sort of plan for 2024. I hope you're with me. I hope you support me, not financially, but sharing these videos with other people, subscribing to them, what else, giving it the thumbs up, and writing down the comments and anything else that you may want to see here. Someone asked me, is there any beaches here? There is one very famous beach called Sihanoukville, and years ago I did actually go there, but it was a bit too late because the Chinese had taken over, and it was a development land for casinos, followed by casinos, followed by casinos. It was a little bit of a mini Macau, and the Chinese mafia seemed to rule the city, and I didn't actually enjoy it, and I got no feeling to go back there. But there are some other beaches around as well if you are interested to tour around this country. If you did tour, I would say maybe you could do it in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but it's the tiny country, only has a population of 16 or 17 million. There is airlines that go from Siem Reap to the capital Phnom Penh, I think it was, and you can also fly to Sihanoukville, the beach resort in the south, the Chinese beach resort there, and possibly some others, but I'm not too sure. But if you are an adventurer, I would suggest that you take the bus or whatever, do it town by town, and finding some accommodation, whether you do it on Booking or Agoda.com, or whether you do it fly by night. I think the Booking would be a safer option, or Booking.com would be a safer option, and you don't really have to pay in advance with that. So these are sort of like the things that I want to do. Travel is not... after my trip to England, and even though, after my trip to England, I was shattered for at least a week. I sort of like, my body was really aching. Maybe I'm totally unfit. I don't know with that whole situation, but I'm happy to go, like 1 hour away, but not like an adventure traveler with a backpack. I think those days are behind me, and more of a average middle-aged adult and staying in like 3-star hotels, which I think most of us would do. And you would say possibly once in a while, if money allows it, or there's a good promotion, to stay in a 4 or 5-star hotel like the Hyatt or Holiday Inn, example, etc. with that. So let me know your thoughts, write down your comments. I'm interested to answer if I can, and maybe the next one I'm thinking about literally just now is like working in, you could say, Cambodia, or working in Thailand, what you need, and watch out for the scams. Remember, when you are in a foreign country, you are the guest, and you don't really have much legal power over the whole thing. There's very little you can do when your school, for example, would say, we don't need you anymore, we're not going to pay you, thank you, goodbye. You're out of a job, and they won't even pay you your last salary. You really have to be careful, and you don't have a leg to stand on. I'm sort of like waffling on now, and I'll just leave it for there. Have a rainbow day, and I will see you on the next episode from the James N. Cooper Show. Thank you from myself and Winnie. Are we done now? Oh, good. I can go back to bed. Whew.